Cats and birds don't usually get along, and that's been the case between these two teams over the years that they've both played in the UFA Central Division. Today, the Thunderbirds hope to get the better of the Cats and be a bird of prey, but it hasn't happened too often recently. Welcome to Pittsburgh's Highmark Stadium, everyone. I'm Matt Weiss, the play-by-play voice of the Thunderbirds, alongside the Thunderbirds legend, number 4, David Vatz, bringing you this UFA Central Division matchup between the home Pittsburgh Thunderbirds and the visiting Indianapolis AlleyCats. Thank you for joining us live and online at watchufa.tv.
The guy you're guarding, you're going to try to get into space and get an opportunistic block.
Right, and what we're going to look for the Thunderbirds to do here probably is...
Here comes a big one that's blocked by Charlie Vukovic. So they came out. Reed Duncan, the aforementioned, clears that space, and now who's going to try to run into it? It's going to be Zaccardi from behind the disc, and he's got Verdella, floats one to him, and the Thunderbirds come out with a break. So they have a doubleheader.
Yeah, it's really hard. I think that maybe...
Whoa, and it's another block there. This one from Zach Byrne. And Zach's going to get it back on the goal line, marked by Carter Hawkins. We'll see whether or not there's a timeout. No need for it right now. Malachi Marshall. I didn't catch the thrower there, but Zach Byrne finishes with bookends.
Like they had an opening to the far side of the field for that hammer, and the one that they took there was maybe the more difficult one, but luckily It worked out for them.
Closer, but probably more difficult. Now the Thunderbirds are moving, and with Mullen and Hoffenkamp in tandem, and Hoffenkamp with a really beautiful shot. A laser that finds Jimmy Toll in the back of the end zone. That was surgical. And I think, like you said, David, the defensive assignments are a little bit fluid because it's really impossible just to stay with somebody. And now it's going to be Brock versus Repperman, and Brock outpaces him, a beautiful throw to him, and then Levi Jacobs catches a little wheel route into the end zone. Connor Newell ends up getting it blocked out of the double team by Landry, who gets it back after his mistake. Now Connie Harris has the opportunity to throw it to him, and he does. So there's an opportunity missed as Landry, you just can't afford to lose too many of these division games. Driehaus decides to unleash it. We've got a height mismatch with Hoffenkamp and Havey. Havey does his best, but Hoffenkamp is better. McMonagle slows up on the goal line. Hoffenkamp feathers one up in front of Wettengel, and Jojo runs it down. And the more throws you make, the more likely you are to make a mistake, especially when, as you pointed out for us earlier, they are on the second leg of a doubleheader, and that's a tough one. Connie Harris with the disc, and he throws a nice one into the end zone and finds his receiver, Gudeman. So once again within 2, and that's where it was. Tanner Graham to jump on a big fake, and now he's got it back. Sends it out to Driehaus. And that sets up a wide open field, and McMonagle goes into it. No hesitation from Driehaus. Havey giving chase, but he's not going to have a chance because that one was a dime, ladies and gentlemen. Anil Driehaus drops it on Jojo McMonagle, and the Thunderbirds are up 11-8 with 3 to go in the second quarter.
We've seen that from Driehaus a lot this year. You're seeing the AlleyCats do this every single offensive point, pass after pass after pass.
Here comes a deep one, and this one was Levi Jacobs getting the jump on Kenny Verdella. And they were talking about how much fun it is now that Anil is playing. Oh, and we've got another block by Zach Byrne. Just a foolish throw. Byrne settles down. We've got
really great job by the D-line.
Vertical stack. Hoffenkamp feathers one up to Oliart. Oliart pulls it down in front of Jones, and Hoffenkamp gets it back. And he shuffles it into the end zone to his fellow handler, Anil Driehaus. And Mom and Dad have another goal to celebrate. Xavier Payne, and you can hear the crowd starting to count. It's down to 7 seconds. Plenty of time for Gross. 4, 3. Now he's going to have to throw it. He throws a hammer up, and it is blocked away by Logan Call. And the Thunderbirds, here comes Oliart. He's on his horse, and again, Driehaus holstered it. Mass gets it going up the line. And really admirable patience being shown by these guys. Everybody, and I can tell just as and a nice little inside out. That's not an easy throw. Hammer into the back of the end zone. And it is secured by Oliart. Hoffenkamp with another assist, and the Thunderbirds with another goal. 21-12, a minute into this final. Some questions are going to have to arise for the AlleyCats if things continue the way that they are, because as much success as they had, and there's Anson Repperman almost taking it away from Levi Jacobs. Jacobs tees up a huck. Is it going to be too much for Connie Harris? No, it won't. And Levi Jacobs finds Lucas Connie Harris in the back of the end zone, and And it's a quick score, which is exactly what the AlleyCats need to pull them with win 8-21. Mass breaks off his cut, goes up the line, little high release. We've seen Hoffenkamp do that. And a break to Jimmy Toll on the goal line. Jimmy throws one over the top. Can Vukovic go get it? He sure can, and that was actually Oliart, I believe. And Oliart, boy, I would love to see what kind of statistics he's piling up as the Thunderbirds put another log. Dr. Ravi Ved, obviously is going to have to put the brakes on Max Shepard. He'll want to be back as soon as he possibly can. And here's a big huck going up to Rick Gross, Vukovic in the neighborhood. But Rick Gross has been doing that for a long time, and there's no reason.
These now 2 wins against 2 of the top teams in the division shows you this Thunderbirds team can beat anyone. They just haven't always shown up for the games.
No, it's the truth. And nice helixing hammer over there that finds Canieres in the back from Xavier Payne. They're going to play the script out right till the end. The crowd giving the fake countdown. But it's down to 5, 4, 3, and Xavier Payne throws one up into the corner. Will Dillard be able to pull it down? No, Brock adds one like he needed another goal. But that was a goal that made no difference in the final story, and the totals are 26 for the Thunderbirds, 18 for the AlleyCats, as the Thunderbirds pull to 3-3 in the Central Division and walk out of here with a win that maybe not a lot of people expected, but is giving this team a lift as they go into a 2-week bye and gives the Central Division a lot to think about.